Hello, everyone. This is Dawn Benninghove, your host for today at the Home Care Companion. And we are very, very pleased to have a beautiful, I'm telling you, I wish you could be in the studio with us today because Bukky Ogunade is with us today. And I always tell Bukky that I'm really happy, number one, that she's with us, but number two, that she took her beautiful first name and allowed us to call her Bukky because it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous name, but I can never pronounce it. So Bukky, will you please introduce yourself to everyone who's listening so they can hear your beautiful voice and your beautiful name?
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Dunn. My full name is Olubukunwola, and it means God give blessings. It means blessings from God. And the last name is Ogunade. So, and I always shorten it to Bukky, so it will be easier for people to call it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, because for us, you are a blessing. It has been incredible. You have been with us for several years now, and we are looking forward to several more. And we'll get into some of that and some of the classes that you've taken with Companion Extraordinaire. But what I'd love to start with is your journey, because you weren't born in the United States. Mm-hmm. So talk about that, Bukky.
Yes, I was born in Africa, as in Nigeria, in Lagos to be precise. And I went through my elementary school back home in Nigeria, to high school and to college. And I had a degree in guidance and counseling education, where I had the opportunity to take a class in psychology, in social studies, and also in a little bit of philosophy and education as a whole. And I also work as an administrative officer with the Lagos State Government Ministry of Environment as an administrative officer for 10 years. Plus, I was privileged to work with the management team, with the head of department of administrative officer. I work with the legal department as the administrative officer, managing the administrative aspect of the work. I work at the training department. I work with the human resources. I sometimes work with the management too. And towards like the third year, my third year then, they were looking for a counselor in the company, and somebody said, "Oh yeah, we have a guidance counselor in this company," and I was privileged to be the guidance counselor of that company, of that organization. It's a government parastatal, Ministry of Environment, Lagos Waste. We manage waste for Lagos State. And I work as a guidance and counselor for that organization, where I get to train most of the time mostly the junior staff, the drivers, the operators, and I was also privileged to train and to give a presentation at the management retreat each year. I'm always privileged to go with them to present to the company what I have to offer, and yeah, it was a privilege for me.
Indeed.
I moved to the United States.
And we recognize that in you immediately when you came through the door. Such polish, I think, is such a great word for you, and leadership. You just carry yourself like a leader. And so to be able to have you with our organization and bring your vast education, when you talk about being a counselor, we see that when you're with your clients. You really like to educate them, and you are an educator. I think that once you educate others, and you know how wonderful that feeling is to be able to impart wisdom to other people, we've seen you do that over and over again with your clients. So you came to the United States how many years ago now?
Yeah, precisely in 2015, August. But before then, I've always been coming in and coming out for vacation and all that before moving in 2015.
Right. And so when you joined us, you were not a personal care aide. You were not a certified nursing assistant. And so we immediately knew that we wanted you to go through the personal care aide course and join us at Companion Extraordinaire. So you did the 40-hour course, and you have moved through that beautifully and done that with just great stride, no problems whatsoever. But then recently, Bukky, you also got an opportunity with Companion Extraordinaire. You were handpicked one of 2 people to go through what we call the Ambassador Program. Yes. And we had Yaya on the program just a couple of days ago. And Yaya was the other person that went through the Ambassador Program with you. Yes. And you all have done so well. In fact, you're just a few weeks away from graduation. So tell us what you learned in that Ambassador class and what's been your favorite part?
Well, I'll say the favorite part of it is the fact that I've been chosen to lead, to show forth what I've got in me, what God have given me, that is to love, to give back to the society, to give back to others what I've been given, what I've got, which is what we're doing, to be able to impact others, to show. So the Companion Extraordinary have taught me how to lead, the leading role, part of which is what is in me, trying to bring it out more for me to be able to show forth what I know, which I appreciate, for you to have be able to recognize that in me and help me to sharpen it more, to bring it out. Yeah, I've learned a lot and I'm still learning, and I will learn, because like they say that knowledge and learning is not, it doesn't end. And it's only a dead person that will stop learning. You have to keep learning, and I really want to continue to learn. And I love what I'm doing.
Oh, and you are so good at it. Yes, learning. We should all love learning constantly, and we should never stop that. And you even believe that with our clients, that you're constantly trying to teach them or get them to learn or want them, especially I've noticed with you, Bukky, even clients. We had a client recently that you worked with who had dementia, but she also had delusions where she believed certain things were true that were not true. And because of your background, you really were distinguished and set apart in being able to work with her the way that you did, because she could make you think that she was fine. And you saw right through that and were able to actually still allow her to grow and do things that she hadn't been able to do, and counsel, which is your background. You were able to counsel her. And that to me was just such a great opportunity, not only for you to be able to use your skills that we know you have, but also for that client to be able to be on the receiving end of those incredible skills. So we're excited to have you in the ambassador class.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And then to have you become one of our newest positions, which is a team leader, where you will actually have a team of employees that you will mentor and work alongside to be able to help them gain those leadership skills as well. Exactly. Now, are you looking forward to that?
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to be able to give back, like I said, to be able to do what I'm called to do, to be able to work with the team, because I also believe in working as a team, especially when we are working towards the attainment of the goals of the organization and of the healthcare in total, that we're meant to care for people and to put smile on people's face, which is what I think part of what God also called us to be.
Yes, and putting smiles on people's faces is exactly what you do. Not only are you beautiful outside, but you're beautiful inside.
Thank you so
much.
And
it is just an absolute pleasure. So tell us about perhaps one of your favorite clients, and I know that you are incredible where HIPAA is concerned. You're right on the money with that HIPAA and never divulging any client information. But tell us about one of your favorite clients. What did you get to do with them, or what made them your favorite client? Why would that have been?
Well, will I say I have a particular? I would say I love all of them. Like I was still talking with my client yesterday before I left yesterday, because I always like to know what the weekend is going to be like, so that when I get back on Monday, we continue from where we start, And I said to them that I always see all my clients as family, because if I see them as family, then because like sometimes when I don't like to relate with them as just people I know, but if I relate with them as family, then things will be able to go. It will make it easy for me and for them too, And they've always been so great, and because I know that everybody is different, we're all different as human in our own unique way. So I always accept whoever they have, what it is they have, and I also believe that we all come from this different background, and sometimes we have different belief, right? So I should be able to accept them first, so that they will give me the opportunity to learn from them and to care for them. Because if I don't accept them, I might not be able to be accepted. But I need to come down to their level, and to be able to understand them and know what they need from me, so that I can be able to give out what I should. So for me, I would say they are all good to me. I remember I have one client. I think I worked with her for a long time. She is so sweet. She also happened to be my birthday month. She could be difficult sometimes, but even with that, I still love her for who she is. And I learned to understand that most of the time when clients do stuff sometimes, especially if you have an older elderly one that is struggling with some things, maybe dementia and some other stuff. So most of the time when they do stuff, it's not actually their fault.
Right.
So, and as a counselor, you're not meant to judge anybody. I'm not supposed to judge anybody by whatever even if they know what they're doing. You're not supposed to judge, and you are meant to listen and watch and hear them out, whatever they want to say. And most of the time, as a counselor, when you listen to people, you tend to see where they're coming from, and be able to identify what the need may be and what needs to be worked on and what not. And we usually make use of from what they say, what clients say, because you have to make them comfortable and relaxed to say it the way it is and to be able to express themselves. So I always give them the opportunity to do that, and I learn. Even if it's hard at the time, and as time goes on, I get to get along with her, and we work together. And even recently I was privileged to go back to her to help with her again, and I'm not surprised that she still remember my name. She said, "Bukky, where have you been? I've been asking of you." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm still doing what I'm doing. I have to see some other kind." I was like, "Oh, please come back again." And I like to hear that, that I'm putting a smile on her face. And despite the fact that she's old and she have dementia, she could still remember one or two things that we've done together. And I was able to identify some other stuff in her. Mm-hmm. And I also learned from her too, because there's some things she would tell me about her life experience that I learned from. Because I remember there was a time I was telling her that, she told me, she made me to have more knowledge, that it's good to be able to have other things you do, like when you have your gift. Because she was like a real estate. So she was like, you can. He said, I said I like to do something. I said, you can go into it. She was actually giving me encouraging me to go to that. I can show you some books you can use, and which is what I like. I've learned from her. I've given to her, and she also give back to me, and also.
So here's someone in their 90s, almost 90, 89, and she used to be in real estate, and here she is, even with dementia, with the delusions. You've come back to her after a few months. She recognizes you, number one, but number two, she begins to give you advice about and encouraging you about how you can become a real estate agent as well.
Yeah.
How incredible is that story, Bukky? That's amazing that you would have such an impact on her, number one, that she would be able to remember you within that dementia, but number two, that you would gain something as well, which I know is very important to you. You feel like you walk away with just as much as you gave away.
Exactly.
Because the clients that we care for do indeed give us something very special that touches our hearts.
Yeah,
and I know you and I
absolutely.
have talked about that before. So recently, I think it was even last weekend, you and your family were able to go to the theater.
Yeah.
Because Companion got some tickets donated to us by a lovely family that couldn't use them, and they wanted to know if we had anyone who would like to go to the theater. And they actually had 5 tickets, and you've got 5 people in your family. So what was the theater like, Bukky?
Oh, it was absolutely interesting and fun to be, because the program we went to see, the movie we actually went to see, is like a live stage play, and I love what I saw there. And the kids also love it. They enjoy it. They were able to learn. We could talk about it, and we're able to learn about history, about what it used to be, and the particular theme for that program too talks about what was how it was in the olden days compared to what it is now, where you don't have the right or to choose or to say. You don't have the say in most things. We have people that we choose for you, that will tell you, oh, you have to be a doctor, you must be a lawyer, you're not privileged to be whoever you want to be. But now it's kind of different. I tend to compare. And like I was telling my kids, to compare what it was with our parents, from what we hear them say, is what they tell us about their own life history, and with the way we were being brought up, and with what is going on now, whereby the kids can be able to tell me, Mommy, oh, no, I don't want to be this. I want to be an IT. I like to be a YouTuber. I want to be creative. I want to be innovative. And back in the old days, you might be told that, oh, because I'm a lawyer, I want to read law. And you have choice. You have to work towards that. And I've seen some folks that will end up going to study that law or being a medical doctor, and when they get back, they'll give the certificate to their parents that, Mommy, Daddy, take this is what you want me to get for you, and they will go for their own passion to what they love. And I told them that, oh, guys, you are privileged to be in this regime whereby you have the right to choose from what is good from bad. Of course, we're still here to guide you through. Yeah, we can't just let you be so that you don't make mistakes. But yeah, in the long run, he really taught us a lot of lessons, and I'm glad that my kids were able to see that too. And I love it. I really love what I saw there. The way the performance they all did, absolutely great and excellent, and they impacted in us. It was fun. It was great fun to be there. And more so, it was the weekend for the children's break.
Oh, yes.
And so when I saw that ticket, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good one. I haven't been able to take the kids out for the break because I was working. But, oh, this will be a good thing. This is how then I told them, I said, okay, I have a surprise for you. That my office, my boss is giving out the ticket for us. They said, oh, Mommy, let's go. We go watch it. And we went, and they love it. We all enjoyed it. It was fun.
I appreciate that you sent me a picture of all of you guys. And I thought maybe the 3 boys, would like be totally bored or just, like, oh, Mom, come on. But they were all smiling and excited in the picture. And so actually the show that you all went to see was Fiddler on the Roof. And so I never thought about that they really do talk about how they used to not be able to be certain things that they wanted to be. So what a great way. That's that guidance counselor coming in there, Bukky, coming in and talking to your boys about taking the theater and making it into a teachable moment, right?
Yes, exactly.
So, but one of the fun things I've had is that I think you have a love for the stage, because when you and I do certain videos together, and we've done some videos for the company, I've not had to tell you, hey, Bukky, move this way, move that way. You have just jumped right in. We've been able to do that incredible, what you would normally see on stage together. And you've just been so full of life and so vivacious with that. I have enjoyed that so much. You and Paulo's someone else we've had on the podcast before. And you guys have just been so fun to work with on that. So, Bukky, we usually try and wrap up the show by asking you if there was one thing in particular that you could tell others about Companion Extraordinaire and why you like working here or what they might find when they come here. What would you say?
Oh, wow. Absolutely. Like I always say, the one most important thing that is so precious to me is the fact that I see Companion Extraordinary as a family-oriented organization, and the fact that we know there is Christ here, which is very important to me. I don't know about other people, but I know, where Christ is, there's tend to be love there, because Christ is love. And when I saw that, and I also remember the first person that actually introduced me to this company, because when I heard her, the way she portrayed the organization to me, and I said, okay, I just asked her one or two. I said, okay, you can call, just ask for Mrs. Dawn, and I did. And when I came in that day, my spirit just clicked, and I liked the way you welcomed me that day. There was no discrimination. I see that we have different people from different parts of the world. Because I like to feel comfortable and to feel at home, where I will be heard, where my voice will be heard, when I will not be told to keep quiet or sit down there or something. The way you will be able to soar, to be who you want to be. And I think it's part of that's one major thing. And the fact that I'm also learning. I was told, I remember then you told me that, we're going to have you on board and you're going to take the class, personal care aid class with. I'm like, oh, really? Then I think the third day you told me to come, and I started, and here I am today. I'm still enjoying it, and I'm so also looking forward to take the CNA class with you guys, and also to take the nurse, what's it called, the RN, to go up to that level to take my registered nursing program, which is what I'm hoping to get to, and I know by God's grace I will be able to get there. So I like the fact that we are one big family, and everybody's bothers, everybody is concerned. We show love, we show care, and I just like the spirit. Everything flows, and then Company is who they say they are. It's not that you don't see something else and get back inside and you're seeing something else. No, it is what you guys stand by, what the goal is, and like I always say, I know my boss, Mrs. Dawn, is a go-getter. And with the team you have, like Amanda, you have here Anisha, and the rest, the nurses I've happened to work with, even Mr. Gary. I remember Mr. Gary that left when he was taking us class, and I like the way he handles and the way he teaches us class then, and he also helped. And the other people too, amazing people, great people. And also to my colleagues too, yeah, they are wonderful. I don't know how you get to choose those people. And I can see that you're gifted in that way. You know who you need. You know you're able to see what we got, what people got, and you have different people with different talent, with different everything. So if you want to be part of us, you're welcome to join the family of Companion Extraordinary, and you will see that indeed we are compassionate indeed in nature, and we are extraordinary people in nature, great people. And it is where you can be rest assured that you will achieve whatever you want to achieve. And if you want to go higher, nobody's stopping you.
That's right.
Because I remember you told me one time that if you want to have your program, your nursing program, like you said, and where you can do it online, to be easy for you, we'll make it easy for you, comfortable for you to do whatever you want to do, and to go further and to forge ahead in life, which is what I like. It's part of what I like and I enjoy. And I hope we're able to work together more. Yeah. Absolutely.
We are looking forward to it. A word that you said a moment ago was that when you come to Companion Extraordinaire, you can soar. And that is actually our theme for this year, Bukky, for this year. And we are just so truly grateful that you are a part of this team, because not only do you soar, but we soar because of you. And so today we thank everyone for listening. Bukky, we thank you for being here. And when I talk about tools for your toolbox, today our toolbox is rich because the tools that Bukky has imparted to us today are something that's everlasting. So thank you all for being a part of our journey on this podcast today.